Hey guys, my name's Weimer. My company is Tree Plucker. We're out of Buffalo, New York, and I'm a distributor for this grapple saw. It's called a Hypro FG45. It's made by a company called Hypro out of Sweden, and the 45 actually stands for 45 centimeters. This is one of the lightest weight grapple saws in the world. The company's been around for over 15 years. They've actually gone into Germany and sold their grapple saws in Asia and all over the place. And I've been running this saw for about a year and a half now on one of my knuckle booms, actually two of my knuckle boom cranes. But I'm the only person that has been using this saw in North America for a year and a half, and this company has made me a distributor, so I'm happy to sell them to you guys and answer all your questions and just really help you get the right grapple saw for you. What I offer is just knowledge and support and my experience using this grapple saw. And guys are asking me stuff about durability, warranty, and people that are running the competing brand Mechano, they're seeing some problems with things like oil leaks and seals leaking and belts breaking. This is a direct drive logging motor. It's made by Parker. So this is a bypass motor with a drain, so you're not going to see any seals breaking or belts breaking because it's a direct drive. This motor absolutely screams. Basically what I'm here to talk about is the advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages would be the durability, the lightweight nature of it. The grapple saw itself is under 400 pounds. Of course, the rotator adds some extra weight. This uses a special Parker motor, and that's one of the main features of the durability of this machine. It's a bypass motor with a K-strain, and when you run the huge pressures that you're going to run on these cranes here, yeah, just show the crane. Pick it up. After you run through about 110 feet of line on these cranes, pressures always increase at the tip. So it's very important to have a motor that has a bypass, because otherwise you're going to end up busting your seals and you're going to see hydraulic leak. And these are things that the company's figured out over the past 15 years. And we're going to kind of talk about those types of things, what they've learned, and how this all, is made to work and work for you. So one of the unique natures of that bypass drain is that you're going to need a fifth drain line. So you're actually going to have 4 hydraulic lines, 2 of them 1/2 inch, and then the other 2 have to be 3/8 inch for the rotation. But you need a 5th hydraulic line, which is going to have to be a dedicated drain line, and that's going to be 1/2 inch. And you can easily add a 1/2 inch drain line onto your crane. You just have to literally, zip tie it and figure out a way to mount it down the whole track. There's always extra room, but so you could look at that as a disadvantage, that you actually have to spend more money and have more weight on your crane to run that extra line. Or you can look at that as an advantage, because you're going to be running a more durable saw, and that's going to basically last a long time and give you less issues. So this saw absolutely rips. I'm just going to give you a little demonstration here. So that's kind of an idea of the power that this saw can provide. The next thing I want to talk about is basically an add-on for this grapple saw, that if you're a tree trimmer, this is the kind of thing that you're going to use. And it's basically just a radio control that'll activate a solenoid, and that's going to make it so the grapple saw doesn't immediately fell over. So if you're right over the top of somebody's roof or someone's guest house or someone's garden, and you're picking a branch and you don't need it to fall, you need complete control, then that's what you're going to use this for. So in normal operation, we're just going to have to squeeze, and then the saw will be activated. And then when we reverse that function, the grapple will come up. Now, if I hit my button and I lock the position, you'll notice the grapple doesn't fall anymore. Now if I hit it again, it falls, and now I can actually control what angle it falls at. So now I have it locked at this angle, or I have a separate setting where I can adjust the angle as it's falling. So this grapple saw will actually fall down to about just past vertical. Right now it's not there because it doesn't have any weight on it, but if you had a log on it, you'll see that it can go. And you'll also see this this oil on the ground right here, and this oil is basically hydraulic oil, and it's basically one of the things that makes the saw so lightweight. We don't need a separate oil canister for this chain. It actually uses the hydraulic oil from the crane, and it squirts it right on the actual blade, so you don't have to worry about filling up your chainsaw oil canister. Of course, you do have to fill up your hydraulic oil again on your truck, but adding to that just keeps the hydraulic oil on the truck even that much cleaner. So you will need a rotator though that has at least five connections, and like I said, 3 of them have to be 1/2 inch. What we do is we use the bulk rotor GRS 10. If the tipping is not something that's important to you, you can just run this saw and it'll just fell every time. But if it is something that's important to you, that's kind of the modification that I've made. I put this box on here, and this is just a homemade box, but basically it houses a battery and the receiver for this radio. So I just sort of keep the receiver here and the battery down here, and this battery will last the whole day. It's a UB1280 battery. Alright guys, just going to show you a little cut. This is only a 10-inch piece. So of course the grapple saw can cut up to 18-inch material, but just for this demonstration I want to show you the saw and just how strong the saw is. I tried to set the feet a little bit higher so hopefully it goes through a little bit faster, but keep in mind the chain's pretty dull. But just going to give you an idea here. What kind of wood is this? Maple?
Yeah, maple.
It's pretty. So there you go. All right.